First reading, a reading from the first letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 4, verses 9 to 12. As a brotherly love, there is no need to write to you about that, since you have yourself learned from God to love one another. And in fact, this is how you treat all the brothers throughout the whole of Macedonia. However, we do urge you, brothers, to go on making even greater progress, and to make a point of living quietly, attending to your own business and earning your living, just as we told you to, so that you may earn the respect of outsiders and not be dependent on anyone. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. It is like a man about to go abroad who summoned his servants and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another two, to a third one, each in proportion to his ability. Then he set out on his journey. The man who had received the 5 talents promptly went and traded with them and made 5 more. The man who had received two made more two in the same way. But the man who had received one went off and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, a long time afterwards, the master of those servants came back and went through his accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents came forward bringing 5 more. Sir, he said, you entrusted me with 5 talents. Here are 5 more that I have made. His master said to him, well done, good and trustworthy servant. You have shown you are trustworthy in small things. I will trust you with greater. Come and join in your master's happiness. Next, the man with the 2 talents came forward. Sir, he said, you entrusted me with 2 talents. Here are 2 more that I have made. His master said to him, well done, good and trustworthy servant. You have shown you are trustworthy in small things. I will trust you with greater. Come and join in your master's happiness. Last came forward the man who had the single talent. Sir, said he, I had heard you were a hard man, reaping where you had not sown and gathering where you had not scattered. So I was afraid and went off and hid your talent in the ground. Here it is, it was yours, you have it back. But his master answered him, you wicked and lazy servant. So you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered. Well, then you should have deposited my money with the bankers, and on my return I would have got my money back with interest. So now take the talent from him and give it to the man who has the 10 talents. For to everyone who has will be given more, and he will have more than enough. But anyone who has not will be deprived even of what he has. As for this good for nothing servant, throw him into the darkness outside, where there will be weeping and gritting of teeth.